Town to town, from London to Taiwan, I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight, we will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight, we will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah, we are heroes tonight. town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Mute the mic!
Hey, everything's went wrong today.
Mr. G. Mr. G. Mr. G forgot to turn the mic on. Mr. G put up the wrong template. Mr. G. Mr. G. Mr. G.
Yes.
It's just
There we are.
better now. Now we're blue.
Turn mics on.
Hi,
I
can you
don't
hear
want
us
to turn
now?
the mic on.
Is that better? Here's your
Oh, man.
How's your...
I feel like...
Stupid?
No, I feel like Smackdown.
Okay, we're better now. We're okay. We're okay.
There is audio.
We're
There is
okay.
audio. How you
We're
doing,
all-
Dan?
we're all
Great to
good
have
now.
you here. Thanks for, coming in to our awesome,
Epic
show.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, man.
I thought we still had 10
So-
minutes left.
Well,
well,
Mr. G also
I tried to
accidentally
fix
reset the thing.
the mistakes
so...
that I had made, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work. Maven screams, turns mic on.
So yeah. Hello, people. How's it going? How you doing? Hope you're doing fabulous.
Futuristic, how you doing? Great to have you here. Thanks for joining. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun.
Yes, you will get the best part of this show will be our predictions for Fastlane.
We are giving our Fastlane predictions. Gosh, Smackdown, guys.
I didn't watch Smackdown, so I knew you'd recap it so much better. Well, we would have, Jack, had I been more prepared.
Okay, so should we just hop right into it? I think we should. So let's just do that. So we start off the show with Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks. So, yeah. And this was apparently a title match. I wasn't aware of this beforehand. I thought it was just a match. However, it was a title match.
Yes.
With that being said, after they said it was a title match, I knew, well, Nia's
You knew it was happening.
stood no chance.
Nia wasn't winning.
So, can I just ask what was the purpose of this?
I don't know.
Silence. Yeah, that pretty much
Don't
sums
know.
it up. I don't.
Even muted, you do Smackdown better.
I have a lot to say about what they're doing with this women's feud, and I feel like we should just talk about all of it at once because it kind of all just goes together. So we're like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So Bianca beforehand says she's not gonna come out and get involved in the match. She then comes out and gets involved in the match. And then Shayna gets involved in the match, in which that took out Nia, and the way it happened was, it wasn't even a good knee strike. It was like the least effective knee strike I've ever seen in my life, and that's what took Nia Jax down, to then, have Sasha, get the pin or whatever. So Sasha won the match, and I was just like, okay, fine, I suppose. The whole point here, I guess, was to cause the friction between Nia and Shayna.
Well, what it's going to do is make you guess who's going to... which team at Mania is going to break down and fall apart.
They're both breaking down and falling apart. Sasha and Bianca aren't even supposed to be a team. They're supposed to be fighting each other.
Or, sorry, at Fastlane. Which team's going to break apart at Fastlane?
So, Sasha...
I think that's the idea behind this, because, before I would have said, okay, it's definitely going to be Bianca and Sasha, and now I'm not so sure it's not going to be Nia and Shayna that fall apart and become
so then
enemies.
After this, I'll go back and touch on the segments that we have in between, but I'm going to continue with the women's stuff. We have Nia, who warns Shayna about costing them the titles this weekend, she cost her the title tonight, right? But she also says, if you do this again this weekend, it's over. I'm coming after you. So, there's your warning, Shayna. It's over if we lose.
Hello, Mrs. Gleen.
So, yeah, that was that. And then Shayna's like, okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do about this is I'm going to get a match against Bianca.
That settled it. That fixed everything.
So, we then later in the show have Shayna versus Bianca, in which this match doesn't even, remotely, you don't even, get to do anything with it, because we decided and thought it was a good idea to get Natalya and Tamina involved in it. So Natalya and Tamina stopped the match, and then they beat up Bianca.
I think what's going to end up happening is Tamina and Natalya are going to end up being the tag team champions,
well, great,
because I think
for them.
these.
I don't freaking care, but
well, that's fine. Don't care. I think the problem is you're going to have all these teams break apart, or at least Nia and Shayna and Bianca and Sasha are going to break apart, and then you're going to have Natalya and Tamina winning the tag titles.
Okay, I'm not so sure that they're just not going to throw Natty and Tamina into the match this Sunday and make it a triple threat tag team thing in which they win the tag titles. Okay, whatever. Who cares? But what makes no sense to me about this entire situation is that we have Bianca, Sasha, who are supposed to be feuding with one another, for their match that they have at Mania in roughly 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We've done nothing with that whatsoever.
No.
They both look like absolute trash. Why is Bianca getting beat up by Natalya and Tamina, two of the worst people that we have on the roster right now? Why is that happening? Can somebody explain that to me?
No clue.
When Bianca's supposed to be the big bad new thing on the block, fighting Sasha for the title, and she's getting beat up by Natty and Tamina.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you kidding me? Really? Really? This is absolutely stupid.
The thing is
no,
Bianca,
no,
okay, but here's what I said.
but it's not.
Okay?
But it's not.
But it is. But it is. You
not,
don't
though.
have someone go to a match.
No.
And just have them beat everybody up just because we need to make them look good
No.
going into that match.
I don't really care.
Doesn't have to happen.
I don't really care what your thought process on this is, because this is stupid.
No, it's
Bianca
not.
does not look good. Sasha does not look good. Does anybody really give a flying fig about their match going into WrestleMania at this point with the way they have booked them? I don't really care.
Well, who gave a flying flip about it anyway? Because the title means nothing.
Okay, but people were really looking forward to this match when we
Okay.
went into it. Okay, when they were first announcing that this is happening, people were excited for it. What did we proceed to do with that? We went on to have them fight for the tag team titles. We went on to have them do all this stupid crap with Reginald. And now we're throwing Natty and Tamina into it. Does this really mean anything?
Where was Reginald?
Spa Day? I don't know.
I missed him.
None of this means anything. And it's quite
Did
frustrating.
anybody else miss Reginald?
It is quite frustrating that...
I realize that I haven't watched SmackDown forever, but I'm the only one who doesn't give a beep about anything that happened tonight. Well, there's a lot of people that don't. I
legitimately do not understand what they're thinking with this entire feud. They have messed it up beyond belief, and they have like 3 weeks to WrestleMania, and I don't think they're going to salvage it. This was one of the good things going into WrestleMania, and they have figured out a way to screw it up.
The thing is I don't think you need to make them look strong to get going too.
But
if you have them get attacked
when
and things like
no,
that,
but
that's
when
not
they
about
look
looking
like,
strong.
but I don't really care. Okay, when you have them getting beat by Nia and Shayna because of Reginald and all the crap that they've been doing with them, and now you throw Natty and Tamina into it, are you kidding me? I can't take any of it seriously.
Well, I think
and all of it is a giant joke. And if that's what they want us to think, then cool.
Okay.
But I thought it was going to be a serious thing, as did a lot of other people. And so...
I would agree, but I think the idea is to get the titles off of...
But I don't care! The point, why are Sasha and Bianca involved in it? They don't need to be. If we're trying to get the titles off Nia and Shayna, you don't
Why are they involved
need
in it?
Sasha and Bianca involved in it.
Let me explain to you why they're involved in it. Because they had no clue where they were going, and I still don't think they have a clue where they're going. But they thought, well, maybe if we put Natalya and Tamina together as a tag team and then have them win the titles, then we'll be good to go.
No.
That's what I'm guessing they did. This
Legit.
wasn't something... I'm telling you, this wasn't... You sit here and go, well, why didn't they just do this in the first place? Well, because they didn't plan on this.
Okay, I don't really
This wasn't
care.
a planned thing.
I don't really care. Why don't we put Bianca and Sasha in the mix?
Because, again...
Because it's a freaking answer. Okay? I don't care what they were going to do with the tag titles. The tag titles are stupid. Sasha and Bianca did not need to be involved in the taking the titles off of Nia and Shayna. It wasn't necessary. None of it was necessary. And all it did is killed their feud. That's all it's done. What? In fact, what feud?
I was going to say, what feud are you
They
talking
haven't
about?
done anything. They should be feuding, though. There's supposed to be a big match at WrestleMania, and they're doing absolutely nothing with it. And it's so beyond frustrating. Because it could have been one of their top main eventing matches for one of the nights of WrestleMania. And they messed it up completely. And with 3 weeks till Mania? Are you kidding me? No. They could have been feuding this entire time, but no, we're worried about the tag titles.
Oh,
What
good.
we're gonna
They
do with
would have
those.
70. If they would have been feuding this entire time, we would have had 74 matches, and then we'd be complaining about
No, they
having
wouldn't
74
have
matches. Yeah, they would have. It's WWE logic.
Great.
I think both teams fall apart. Sunday Scott says, I feel lost in my mind. I had so much going on today. Futuristic, I know the feeling, man. I'm always that way. I didn't care for that either. Another reason why Raquel and Dakota should have won the tag titles instead of having new titles in NXT. I agree, Scott. Adding titles doesn't mean anything. I understand Snazzy hanging there. Natalya, Tamina versus Lana, Naomi is a WrestleMania 37 match. Yeah, probably will be. What about Lana and Naomi? Oh, wait. They lost weeks ago to Shania. I might barely talk in chat because my head feels like I messed up on the video. Futuristic, if you've ever watched my videos, don't feel bad, dude. Just, like, let it roll. Just go with it. I screw up all the time. Yeah, did you start our beginning? Yeah. Just roll with it. SmackDown is 50-50 and still no Bailey. Women's tag titles and Raw women's titles are jokes. All the titles. Scott, tell me one title that means anything in WWE.
Okay, but they're
What
not
is
even,
what is one title that means anything in
But
WWE?
the issue here, okay, great, none of their titles mean anything, but they could have made an effort to make the Sasha and Bianca thing great, and they chose not to by throwing the tag team titles into it.
Well, I agree, but they had no clue where they were going with anything. Hello, Raymond. How you doing? Great to have you here. Great to have you here. I was confused on who you were, Raymond, because I'm not the other guy. I was, like, totally baffled by who came in. All due respect, Mr. G, there's zero reason for Sasha Bianca involved in the tag titles. There shouldn't be any pay-per-views between the Rumble and Mania.
No, because they're wasting time building up to this stupid Fastlane thing when they could be building up to the big... Do you know how many matches we actually have set up for WrestleMania? Give me this, give me this, give me this. I'm gonna look up.
Or they could have pay-per-views
No,
in between and have all your wrestlers get involved and have some of your minor wrestlers involved in the pay-per-views.
No.
What a concept, huh?
Wrestle
You have 474 people on your roster and use 12 people.
Okay, great. Let's look at WrestleMania. How many matches do we have set up for WrestleMania right now, as it stands?
14.
4. We have 4 matches. One of those is the Universal Championship match. One of those is Sasha versus Bianca. We have Lashley and Drew, and we have the New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos. So that's it. 4 matches, 3 weeks out from WrestleMania, and we don't have a clue what 90% of the card is.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? We don't even have, like, I can't even tell you, I don't even have, like, an idea of where we're going with 90% of the stuff that we're doing right now and what's going to be added to the WrestleMania card. No clue. None whatsoever. And I don't think they have a clue. But this WrestleMania is going to be so last minute thrown together crap, it's not even funny. Because they have no plan. They've had nothing. Nothing. And anything good that they have had going, they've completely ruined it. I.e. Bianca and Sasha. So, I don't know what I don't know what else to tell you.
The whole Bianca Sasha thing, I don't necessarily have an issue with. I mean, it's just a matter of where they go with it.
Well, you're one person who doesn't have an issue with it over, like, a lot of people do.
Well, I know there's a lot of people that do. But, I mean, a lot of people who complain about anything. So, I just want to see where they go with it. Thoughts on Hogan winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? Like...
He was supposed to win it last year.
Yeah, he's going to.
And then they didn't do it.
Yeah.
Thank heavens.
Let's see. One title. It moved on me. One title that means something. The mic case, briefcase, might be the world. Maybe the world title. That's it. I'm going to be watching Mania this year. First time for everything. 3 matches at WrestleMania. I believe maybe there are 4. There are 4 listed. 4 matches right now.
Whoopty-doopty. Oh my god.
Well, thank you very much, Liz, for buying a mug.
Thank you.
We are going to be kicking out more stuff in our store here soon. So, just in case anyone didn't know the meaning of Mahala, it means thank you in Hawaiian. Cool, James. By the way, James, how you doing?
I would rather have Sasha and Bianca off TV than what they are doing with them. Can argue with you there.
I had my first COVID shot today. To quote Hamilton, I'm not going to throw away my shot.
I did a dance to that song one year when I was doing dance.
Yes, you did. That's Vintage Vince Maven. He's been known to change pay-per-view cards the day of. Yes, he has. You would think you just have WrestleMania set up, though. Or at least some...
Legit, some
sign
idea of what you're doing. The pay-per-view
Yeah.
is less than 3 weeks away. It's supposed to be your biggest pay-per-view of the year. You have 2 nights of it, and you don't have a clue what you're doing on it. They don't even have enough matches to fill up 2 nights.
COVID is one of the reasons why they don't have much planned.
I don't like that excuse because I think they could have had plans. Vince should have an idea of where he wants to go with stuff.
Well,
And he doesn't.
the thing is that everybody, when we sit here and we watch this, thanks for subscribing, Dr. Hire. The thing is when we have this, right? Okay, you sit here and we go, okay, COVID is an issue. Other wrestling organizations have it figured out.
Exactly.
They have figured out how to do this. And so to use COVID as an excuse as to why things aren't going well doesn't make sense. You know? It wouldn't surprise me that there's three-way title matches at Mania, the women tag belts, the Universal belt, and Raw belt. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either, which kind of kills Mania. They advertised Hopscotch, Shawn vs. Braun for Fastlane Monday, then took it down, and they aren't. What's going on? Scott? Nobody knows.
They advertised for it. They took it down. They advertised for it again tonight.
Well, Charlotte is off the
Mania card? Or, well, not
Yeah,
the Mania
she's
card. The
off
Mania,
yeah.
the Mania poster thing. She was on there, and she's not anymore.
Yeah. So, who knows? The greatest Royal Rumble title that Braun has never lost the title. That means something. Nobody wants to see Hogan. James?
No.
I want to see Hogan.
No, we absolutely don't. I don't want to see Hogan. I think having him host WrestleMania is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Having him host WrestleMania with Titus O'Neil, are you freaking kidding me? Titus O'Neil could easily do it by himself, and this is just like WWE's way to show, like, oh, he's like not racist. He's willing to work with Titus O'Neil. Like, stop. Okay, you've done this before. You're just making yourselves look stupid, and nobody's gonna fall for it, bro. Nobody. So just don't. But no, Hogan is hosting WrestleMania.
Okay. Mister Gleen, what are migraines? Migraines, futuristic migraines where you get a headache. Like that you get massive headaches due to lights can trigger it. Different things can trigger it. My son gets them, and so does Mrs. Gleen, so she was just curious if you got migraines. I missed the topic. Why are people calling me? Nobody knows the doing stuff. If COVID wasn't a thing, would you buy a ticket this year to Mania? I wouldn't at all.
No, probably not.
No.
Because Mania, the card sucks.
No. I can
What
watch
card? They have no card.
I can watch it for $4.99 on Peacock. Who cares about the post? She doesn't have a match. Told you guys Charlotte's leaving WWE with Andrade. Possibly. That's the way it looks. Hogan sucks, and so does Mania. Well, then it's probably a good place for Hogan. Hogan, boo! I will have both of my shots when Mania comes around. I already have my tickets for my wife and myself. Cool, James. Titus was so funny last year. The problem is there's an uptick in Europe right now, and who knows what's going to happen here.
Bro, that was so
Titus
weird.
was
Like, you started to
so...
read that comment, and then you, like, went off.
Well, because I got to thinking, well, James is already planning on going to Mania, and I have a feeling we're going to have a massive outbreak here soon. Titus was so funny last year with his reaction to the Firefly Funhouse match. Yes, I agree. I have Peacock as part of my cable package, which means I get WWE Network for free, which means I get WrestleMania for free. Yeah, you know, that's awesome. Anytime you can do that, you know, helps out tremendously. I can't believe that, you know, you can get it for $4.99 instead of the $9.99. WWE gives me migraines. It gives everybody migraines sometimes. Titus is their lackey. Vince only uses him for charity work. Point exactly being at Mania. Yeah, well, Mania. That's it. That's the important place. Titus was a better host than freaking Gronk. I bet Titus isn't thrilled to share his stage with folks.
He liked a tweet. There was a tweet that somebody put out, and he liked it, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, he looks real excited to be like working with Hogan." Not. So, yeah.
I can watch it beep, beep, I'm not sure what Lewis is saying there. That seems to be it. Peacock is $4.99. Yes, with ads you can get Peacock for $4.99.
So.
And right now there's a deal, I believe it's $2.50 for the first 4 months. So if you sign up right now, you can get it for $2.50 for the first 4 months.
The women's thing, stupid. Back to the top of the show. We have Edge, the interview. He is talking about his match later in the show. We're going to get to that here in just a little bit. We then have Seth Rollins, who comes out.
Later in the show, we're going to get to that.
Seth Rollins comes out and tells us to embrace the vision. Embrace the vision, okay? He says that Cesaro is jealous of him because Seth is a main event dude and Cesaro will never be that. And then he gets interrupted by Nakamura, who comes out and tells him to shut up. And then they beat each other up. And I'm just kind of confused by this because, okay, first, let me tell you. To me, this makes no sense in a way. At the same time, it also does, but it doesn't. Okay? I thought Cesaro and Nakamura were not friends anymore. And so they're not doing anything together.
They work things out.
Well, we didn't see that. So Cesaro and Nakamura are not friends, last I checked. But Nakamura is out here getting involved in the feud that Cesaro is having with Seth Rollins because they're not friends.
Well, that's because we're setting up... We're getting more people involved in Mania, okay? That's the idea behind this, right? The idea behind this is we're getting more people involved in Mania.
But I don't think we
You have Nakamura, Cesaro, Murphy, and Seth all ready to go for a match at WrestleMania.
Nope, that's not what's happening. It's going to be Seth and Cesaro. Seth and Cesaro. I have a feeling it's going to be that because we made the match Nakamura and Seth for this weekend at Fastlane.
You obviously have not paid much attention
okay,
to
I
WWE
know,
over the last...
I get it, I understand, but I don't think we're adding in Nakamura and Murphy into the match. First off, I feel like it's really weird to just pull Murphy out of left field and just be like, yeah, we're going to throw you in the feud, you know?
They just brought Nakamura in to defend Cesaro. And
I know, that doesn't make any sense either, but I feel like it's extra stupid.
Did they pull him from right field?
Sure. It didn't make any sense to me why they did this, because we didn't see, last I checked, Cesaro and Nakamura didn't like each other, but I guess maybe they made up and they're cool now or whatever, but we didn't see that, so we're just supposed to assume that they're still not liking each other, right? So I don't know, that's a bit confusing. I mean, Nakamura and Seth should be a good match this weekend, should be good. And then I think we're going to do Cesaro and Seth at WrestleMania. I think that's why they're trying to drag this out, and probably why they got Nakamura involved is so they can do the singles match between Cesaro and Seth at Mania. That's what I think. I think there might be maybe a tag team match or something before Mania, but I don't think it's happening at Mania. I think the match at Mania is going to be Cesaro and Seth.
I don't know. I just think that...
I think.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. It's going to be at Nakamura...
I'm not denying
Cesaro,
that match might happen,
Seth,
but it's not
Murphy
happening at Mania.
At WrestleMania,
nope.
Because they try and get as many people involved at WrestleMania as possible.
I think it will happen on a Smackdown, if even.
Well,
I don't think it's going to happen on the main card, because I think they're talking way too much about Cesaro not being this, top contender, not being this, spotlight guy like Seth Rollins is. And so they're going to do it on the biggest stage, the biggest stage they have available, which is Mania. It's going to be Cesaro versus Seth, and Cesaro's going to win. And he's going to get his big moment at the pay-per-view.
I don't know. I'm just telling you.
That's what's going to happen.
Nakamura Murphy, you mean Cesaro Murphy, right, Maven?
What did I say?
I don't know.
You got me, man.
You said you were talking about Nakamura and Murphy.
Oh, I don't know.
Did y'all notice again Vince is cheap with his tailors for the men's suits? Seth came out with his 70s high water B pants again.
That's the style, man, I guess. Well, nobody's wearing socks with their shoes now, and everybody looks stupid.
Yeah, they just couldn't find, like they
just
found a suit in the back and said, "Here, try this on." Does it work?
The high-waisted pants that have the pant legs end about like above his ankles, and then he doesn't have any socks on, and then he's wearing dress shoes, and he just looks stupid.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Bad storytelling, if any. Yes, I agree. James is missing Bailey, everyone's true role model.
I'm missing Bailey too. I wish he was hosting WrestleMania.
I'm with Mr. G on that. Nakamura-san and Cesaro versus Seth and Murphy. Yeah, I think that's where we're headed. I'm sure we're headed that way. I have a theory. Vince McMahon is relying on Mania to sell itself, but not worried about the matches at the showcase of the Immortals. The problem is people will still defend, like, a lot of people will still defend whatever WWE does. So there's going to be a lot of people that defend what they do, no matter what. And so I think he's relying on that. And then you can always blame COVID for,
or
everything that's happened and people losing interest.
Your crappy storytelling, Vince.
Bailey should host Mania with Titus, not Hogan. James, the crazy thing is, I said the same thing earlier.
Bailey or Billy Kay
or
Kevin Owens or anybody but Hulk Hogan?
Never trust a person who wears suits without socks.
So after this, we have the Street Profits versus Ray and DOMINIK. Ray and DOMINIK got the win, and then after Otis and Gable came out, cut a promo saying words. And then we get Otis and Gable versus Ray and DOMINIK, where Otis and Gable got the win.
I was impressed that they used words to cut their promo.
I'm going to tell you right now, okay? We're, making predictions for Mania. I'm going to tell you right now, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships are going to be, defended in a gauntlet match or something. Or, a fatal six-way match with the 6 tag teams that are on SmackDown. And, I think Otis and Gable are walking out with titles.
I agree. Again, we're building to get as many people at Mania as possible.
So
that is what they're doing.
That's what I'm assuming is gonna happen here. It's gonna be the Street Profits versus Ray and DOMINIK versus Otis and Gable versus the Dirty Dogs, whatever their names are, Rude and Ziggler, whatevs, and whatever other tag team they have there.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna assume.
I don't know. There's a little rumor going around that Brock and Lesnar could come back and then going to Rumble. We're going to turn Roman Reigns back into a babyface. That's possible. Becky would make a good host, but I'd ask her if she's up to it. She's in no condition to be rushed back into work now. I think 100% Bayley should do it.
6 ways to see
please merge the tag divisions. Scott, I've been saying that forever. They 50-50 Ray and DOMINIK?
Yes, they did. They won, and then they turned around and they lost.
Yes.
They were like, well, there you go.
The wrestling industry owes so much to Vince that I don't think anyone dares to try to push him, in my honest opinion. I think he has some form of dementia. That is possible, too, but I don't know what they owe him. I mean, realistically, what do they owe him? I mean, he's killed every other promotion because of money that is trying to compete with him.
Yeah.
And so when we sit here and look at it, rather than building the product, building wrestling,
I think that Vince thinks that the wrestling industry owes him something because of what he's done.
Well, that too. Rather than trying to build something, Vince, and trying to make wrestling better in general, I think Vince has tried to do stuff that he likes and just doesn't care about anything else. You know?
Mm-hmm.
6-pack challenge for the SmackDown tag titles at Mania. May calls dibs. Don't forget about the Battle Royale.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to get that. I'm sure we're going to get that.
Fatal 6-way is a 6-pack challenge.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. A Fatal 6-way. I like the Fatal 6-way better.
I keep my promises. Told you I would order something when I got my Stimmy.
Stimmy.
Well, I'd like it. You can read it 2 ways.
It's Stimmy.
Well,
That's
Lewis,
what the cool people are calling it now. Yeah, everybody's calling it.
I guess I'm not cool.
I need my stimmy. I'm like, okay.
I'm not cool
Stimulus?
because
Weirdos.
I couldn't even read stymie or stimmy.
Stimmy, bro. Stimmy.
I just called a check. I agree with you, and certainly about dementia, LOL. Back and forth, back and forth. Do you think Vince knows what AEW is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. He's probably trying to buy it right now.
Probably.
But Tony Khan's going, we got more money than you, so just take it, just go away. It's a study. Stymie is a study. Vince knows Scott. And Mr. G is spot on, owes him what? Vince didn't create wrestling. No, he didn't. I think, if anything, he's hurt wrestling at times. 25,000 fans at Mania. James, just as I said, just in time for us to have a huge COVID spike. There's like 13 states or 15 states that are seeing numbers go up now. Scale 1 to 5, this SmackDown was a 2.5. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this SmackDown a 2.5. You have to remember the days when the only wrestling on TV in the New York area was Lucha Libre on the Spanish UHF station. Vince put it on network TV. He did, but
it wasn't Vince
who
was out there.
The thing is, it was going to happen anyway. It was just a natural progression as TV increased and improved. It was going to happen.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of who. And the problem is Vince has tried to take everything away from everybody else. And so I think
honestly, I think that has been one of the biggest downfalls of the wrestling industry is, we can sit here and say, oh, Vince is one of, the biggest, he made wrestling what it is. But also he's one of the biggest downfalls of the industry because he has tried to take over so much that it's killed some of the other everything that it just, I don't know. He's good for the industry sometimes, but he's also one of the biggest downfalls, I think.
Well, he is, but he's not the one that started doing the pay-per-views. I mean, the first person that did the big major, event was Jim Crockett.
Yeah.
So, when we sit here and we talk about Vince, ultimately he's the one that as DTA podcast says, he destroyed the Indies and still is trying to. Yes, which hurts wrestling in general.
That's what I'm saying though. Is I think that he's done a lot of smart things in the past with keeping wrestling alive and people, wanting to watch the product and stuff. But I also think he's been one of the biggest downfalls of wrestling based upon how greedy he is and how he has such a big head and thinks that he's it when it comes to the wrestling world.
Yeah.
And it's been one of the biggest downfalls for wrestling.
Yes.
So,
I'm not cool either, and I can read Stimmy, but it sounds stupid to me. You're welcome. And if it wasn't for Vince, then there would have been someone else. William Shatner should host, but I hate him. Well, you see. He's too old to be doing it. So, they will not have him do it. Thank you, Mr. G. Would have happened with or without him. Yes, I agree. Holy cow zones. Stimmy, Mr. G. Like Jimmy, Kimmy, Timmy, my dude. That is not how it was spelled at first. It was... Lewis spelled it S-T-I-M-Y. So I read it as Stymie. And then they corrected it to Stimmy. So, I think I read it right the first time as Stymie. Fastlane reactions. We are going to do that here soon, Scott. Very soon. He destroyed the Indies and still is trying to. Observing stuff, I'm not going to rate tonight's SmackDown. Not a single point. How has Vince hurt the Indies? He's literally only taken people from them. That's it. Because he's bought a lot of them out and then killed them.
Well, that's the thing about it is you had Evolve, which was still running shows and still doing stuff, and then he bought them out. And now where are they? Some of the Evolve talent is on NXT and some of it's not. And they aren't doing Evolve shows. They haven't put any of the stuff on the network as far as I have seen. So, and then, there's no network now. So, I think in that sense, he's sort of killed some of the stuff and has, like, taken them and then not done anything with them. Which has just killed the promotion.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Starrcade was started pay-per-view done on Thanksgiving Day back when with NWA before WCW's days. Yeah, it was all tied into Jim Crockett. It was all tied into him.
We watched the first Starrcade, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was Harley Race and Ric Flair in a
yes.
match. It was a pretty good pay-per-view, actually.
So, you know, Vince kind of built onto everything, but a lot of it had to do with, like, yeah. Scott, I'm giving you my Fastlane. My Fastlane reactions are coming today. Okay?
Yeah, we're doing reactions on Sunday. Don't worry. We're gonna give our predictions in a little bit.
Yeah. No more stimmy. It's a stimulus. It is. It's a stimulant. Or if you're like me, now that I have a stimulus, we'll just call it stimmy. And that was Mr. G's terrible Captain Kirk impression. What was wrong with my Captain Kirk impression? I thought it was good. I wonder what Vince Sr. would think about this. Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? I think Vince Sr. would be moderately proud of how successful Vince is. David McMahon would be horrified. I think he would be happy with how successful he's been, but I think with the fact that he's kind of killed wrestling in general, I think that would be, well, he killed wrestling outside of WWE.
Yeah.
And because there has been no, which I think has hurt WWE in the long run, because I think without the competition, they've got kind of stale. And they're going to have to reinvent themselves now that AEW is around. Mm-hmm. And now that AEW is doing some stuff with Impact and some of these other organizations, WWE is going to have to take a look at what they're doing. Hi, folks. What has Vince done now? How you doing, Colin? Great to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. Vince is just Vince, you know. Vince is Vince. By the way, if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button, and because it helps us out. Maybe have you listened to MGK and Core's new song?
No, I haven't.
No.
I have not.
I feel a little sick after my shot, but that's one normal. Yes. James, you were talking about having the shot and things like that. With all these variants coming in, are you going to be protected? That's the big question.
So after this, we get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn backstage with the conspiracy. So Sami Zayn, last week, was it last week? He mentioned something in his promo about his documentary is going to be as big as one of Logan Paul's YouTube videos or something like that. And then there's still, then WWE put out a tweet about it, and then Logan Paul, responded to it, and then Sami Zayn responded to the tweet, and then Logan Paul responded again. And so they used that bit again this week in the promo with Sami and Kevin backstage. He's like, yeah, man, my documentary's gonna be huge. I mean, I got Logan Paul on board. He's excited to see it, and all this stuff, and blah, 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 blah. And, Kevin is like, okay, well, Sami, look, I feel like you've kind of, brought this all upon yourself, and I've never, once in forever that I've known you, have you claimed that you are the reason that some of this stuff is happening. He's like, no, there's a conspiracy, it's a conspiracy. And so, yeah, Kevin's like, I don't think there's a conspiracy, man. It's just you. And so, Sami's like, well, then come to ringside with me and see if there's a conspiracy for his match later. What? Okay. Cool.
So, we're going to get a Logan Paul, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens.
Who is Logan Paul?
And his brother.
What's a Logan Paul? Oh, God.
And his brother, is his brother named Jake?
Yes.
And his brother, Jake Paul, in a tag team match at
They
WrestleMania.
both think they're all that in a bag of chips. Did you see? You probably didn't. But Dana White, because Jake Paul thinks he's this big bad boxer now, and he's gonna do this thing or whatever. And Dana White was like, I bet $1 million that Jake Paul is losing his fight. He's such a joke. He's not a boxer. He's some YouTube kid who doesn't know what he's doing. Why though? Why are we even hinting at doing something with Logan Paul? Why? Why is that even like slightly like could we try to do something?
Well,
like no.
Okay, but at least he's boxing. Unlike Bad Bunny, who they brought in for what? You know, I mean, at least with Logan Paul, I get he was like a YouTube star and then he went into boxing, but at least he's boxing and being somehow like in a physical match. Where Bad Bunny just came out of nowhere and won the 24/7 title.
Oh man, it's Jesus.
You know,
just.
What's a Logan Paul? Is it the kind of fruit? No, just a minute. My wife and myself are going to be there. Plus, we'll have both shots. Plus, we're still going to social distance. I would too, James, because you never know what these new variants are going to do. I really don't know who he is. Well, Lewis, he was a YouTube star. Made lots of money off of YouTube, and then he went into boxing, and now he thinks he's this big bad boxer, and he's got a brother too that's done the same thing. Became big on YouTube. And
his brother was also in a Disney Channel show.
So yeah, a vlogger. Yeah, he was a vlogger, and then he went into boxing. He became a pro boxer.
He's not a pro boxer.
Well, he's technically a pro boxer, but I wouldn't say.
I feel like that's kind of insulting to the actual pro boxers, right? Right. Like,
well, it is, but I mean, that's what he thinks he's a pro boxer.
He's a pro boxer now.
he's officially got.
He's done a couple fights. He does podcasts now.
He's officially gotten,
and now that he's been name dropped by WWE, I mean, he's like, whoa. He's like, whoa, man. Oh.
He is technically a pro boxer. He gets paid to go box. He's a pro boxer.
2 fights doesn't make you a pro boxer, but whatever.
It doesn't matter if he's getting paid as a pro boxer.
Jake Paul fought KSI, I believe it. Yeah, so did Logan, I think. Logan is smarter than Jake. They're both pretty stupid.
Yeah, I would agree. I've only watched a couple of their things, and I'm like, this is dumb.
Man.
Stupid. I'm social distanced only because I think people stink. I could say so much about them, and I barely watch them. I know the feeling of observing stuff. I'm kind of the same boat, Jake Paul fought KSI, I believe. Yes, I believe that's right. Logan is more smarter than Jake.
Does he wear headgear in the ring?
No. They are pro boxers. Yeah, if I trained for a few years and fought against anyone without training, I would look good too.
Oh, man.
So they haven't. It's Futures. He said they haven't fought yet.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Jake and KSI will happen at WrestleMania. No, I'm kidding. How you doing, Clark? Good to have you here. Yesterday about WrestleMania 18 at a secondhand store. I got it for 50 cents. Cool. That's awesome. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we're name dropping Logan Paul on WWE television. I don't know why we're.
Because he's gonna be at WrestleMania.
But honestly, at this point, I wouldn't put it past him though. They're dying for ratings, so they're like, let's try and get his 22 million followers to come and see our show, like what we did with Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Right. Maybe Seth was wearing foot socks.
No.
What other kind of socks are there?
I don't know.
I only know about foot socks. He wears no headgear. Moron. Does everyone know The Rock brought the XFL? Yes, The Rock did buy the XFL. They were supposed to be starting up, I believe, in 2022. I wish they would allow it. I got it on VHS. Cool. I don't even have a VHS player anymore, so,
Did.
Yeah, we did.
Logan is obviously Wolverine from X-Men.
He is. Ratings. Yeah. Well, WWE is going to become just pull in anybody from everywhere.
Anywhere?
Oh, you're a big star right now? Come on, you can be on our show.
Exactly.
Bad Bunny? All right. Yep, come on. We'll put you out here.
So.
Logan Paul? You're a big name? Come on. We don't want to build any of our wrestlers and make them stars. We'd rather have you stars come be on our show.
Clearly. That makes sense.
Will the Fiend's next mask live to the hype?
I hope so, because I'm excited to see. If they've got the same guys working on it that worked on it before, then it should be good.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they wouldn't have the same guys working on it.
Yeah, if they do, it'd be cool. Sock puppets, silly. Well,
Sock puppets, clearly. Seth, socks. Sock puppets.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, you have sock puppets, but I was just like...
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
foot socks.
Wow. Foot socks.
I don't go to the store and go, hey, could I get some foot socks, please?
Man.
Logan versus Floyd is definitely happening. Well, Floyd will slap him silly.
Yeah.
A new Fiend is like replacing the Sting. Yes. Anyway, Slate, I'm going to get some sleep tonight. Thanks for stopping in, Colin. We appreciate it. And good night.
Yes.
It's only so much they can do with a PG rating. Yes. Tom Savini, Maven, the one who does the Fiend mask.
Yeah, Tom Savini and Jason Baker, I think is what his name is. They both worked on the Fiend's mask.
Yes. And Maven is thinking about going to his school.
Yeah, he's got special effects school, and that's what I'm looking at. So
I remember the live up to Hogan Rocket Mania 18. It was colossal. Now, since the WWE went PG, their marquee matchups at WrestleMania have beep all for build up. Yeah. Floyd will destroy him. Yeah, he'll slap him silly.
Oh man. So, after this, we have Daniel Bryan, who comes out to speak, talks about his match for this weekend, is really excited for it, says he's, going to win, he's going to walk out with the title, whether he makes Roman tap out or not, and then Roman came out, interrupted him, pretty much he said the same thing, I'm going to beat you whether I tap you out or not, I'm taking the title, I'm walking out a Fastlane with the title, so that's what this was.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it was.
This was exciting. We then had King Corbin and Sami Zayn in the least anticipated match in Smackdown history. Nobody asked for this. Nobody wanted to see it. But we're doing it anyways. Because it's the least anticipated match in the history of Smackdown. Yep. So, King Corbin versus Sami Zayn. I thought the video was really funny.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I like
You could just go to Twitch and click the link. Pretty sure it's the link to the school.
Oh, yes,
Can you look
it is.
at that?
It is.
There it is. But yeah, the video package is really funny. I rather enjoyed the video package. I thought they were kind of making fun of themselves and how nobody wants to see this whatsoever. But, we're getting it anyways. Corbin won, and then after, Owens ended up destroying Sami Zayn. So, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens happening WrestleMania? I'm cool with it. I'm down with that. I think we should do that because I think both Kevin and Sami are really, really funny. I think that they are it's gonna work. Because they're hilarious and they work really well together.
Well, they do, and I think this could work well just because of how they feed off of each. Well, just in general, both of them are good on the mic, and how they feed off of each other there, and then they're both pretty solid in the ring. So this could work out well.
I agree.
As long as WWE doesn't screw it up.
Yeah.
Has Daniel Bryan realized yet that both J Uso and Edge want Edge to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania yet? No. Daniel Bryan is still trying to figure out what's going on in life, I think. So, who knows?
Yep.
I just got done watching Reigns Over Me. That's Adam Sandler movie where he plays a guy that becomes a terrible mess after losing his wife and kids in the terrorist attacks. Very good movie. I'll have to check it out. Jake Paul versus Bronco Shallow. 2028, I'm predicting it. Well, futuristic, when you become that big, and you will, then you'll be able to do things like that.
So,
Corbin is starting to grow on me.
No. We don't allow that in this chat. Corbin is no good.
The video package is so funny. Yes, it was definitely funny. I thought it was really good.
So
I thought it was good with what they did.
So yeah, that was that. Owens and Sami, I'm cool with it.
By the way, it's the least anticipated match in SmackDown history.
Yeah. Just thought we'd put that out there one more time. So we then have Biggie and Apollo.
Thanks, James. We appreciate that.
Big E and Apollo. I said this to Mr. G, okay? I would like this feud a lot better if Apollo wasn't involved. It needed to be said, okay? The accent...
Hang on, just a second. So if Apollo wasn't involved, Big E would just be talking to a blank screen.
Yeah, and I would much rather that than whatever this is, because the accent is god-awful, okay? We know what he sounded like before. He now has this stupid accent that isn't even remotely, like, Nigerian. It's not good. The, like, dialogue isn't good. It's not good.
No.
So, we have this, like, speaking thing where they're all like, yeah, let's beat each other up, and then Big E's like, I'm not waiting till this weekend. So, what does he do? He gets in a golf cart, proceeds to, like, drive around the building, finds Apollo, runs the golf cart into a trash can, hops out, beats Apollo up, and then Apollo drives off in the golf cart. What was the point of the golf cart? To get from point A to point B? Like,
Yeah.
aside from that, the golf cart was useless and has, like, there was no point. You could have just walked.
Yeah.
And you would have had the same effect.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If I lose, I'll join him and Logan. I'm sure they'll take you in, Futuristic. I watched Reign over me because my friend has become a terrible mess since his girlfriend passed away. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. I watched it so I know how he could be like if he will never be the same. You know what, Clark? That's kind of a tough deal. Did this recently happen? How is everyone watching Fastlane? PS4, WWE Network, or Peacock?
Peacock.
Peacock, probably. You could have just walked up to Apollo, Big E. He could have, but it was easier to drive around.
Technically, Apollo drove off in a different golf cart.
I suppose if he was if he was in on one side of the stadium and then the Apollo's on the other side of the stadium, he'd have to drive to get to him, I guess.
Oh man,
right?
That's funny, man. Oh man. Well, Kofi is from Boston, and his Jamaican accent was awful. It's just so bad.
But at least his Jamaican accent, I think, wasn't that when he first came in?
Yes.
Not like, you don't.
It's just bad.
You bring him in as a Jamaican. You don't bring him in like he's
and then
not.
when he lost the accent, everybody was like, okay, he now doesn't have an accent. Well, I feel bamboozled because he had an accent one day and now he doesn't. Apollo's the exact opposite. Apollo had no accent, and then one day he walked into Smackdown and was like, hello everybody, I am Apollo and welcome back to Smackdown. And we're all like, what?
Yeah.
Like, it made no sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know, man.
I'm excited for Fast Money. It's Biggie and Apollo Crews. They should have a good match. They should, but they've had 14 matches, so I don't know. I lost an ex. I understand. Time does heal. Mrs. Gleen and I lost a child, so we know where you're coming from. You know, it does take time. Xbox Series X. He lost his girlfriend last year. I'm just going to give him some space for the rest of the year. You might just kind of talk to him, Clark, just to make sure that, everything's good in his head and things like that. Enjoy every day. Yes, Jamaican me crazy. I know what you're saying, Lewis. I know what you're saying. Question, guys. I tried to activate Peacock on my PS4 through my phone, but I got a barcode. Please tell me what that means. Mahala. Well, James, it means that the FBI is coming to hunt you down. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what it means. I have to see it. Your friend will find a new normal, Clark. It just takes time. It does. Apollo is the reverse psychology of Kofi. You're right, Mrs. Gleen. I remember Shawn Michaels taking the mic out of Kofi's real accent. Give your friend space, but don't be afraid to check in with him. Yes. That was hilarious. Apollo just got an accent out of nowhere.
Exactly.
It was. It
Like,
was.
it doesn't
WWE is the
make
worst.
sense.
Yeah, I know. It's like, hello, dudes. Can you see me now? I've got this accent, and you can't believe me.
It's just, I don't get it. Like, why?
I don't get it either.
There's no point.
I don't get it. I hate the way they book a black wrestler. It's just pitiful. The thing is, DTK Podcast, it's not just the black wrestlers. I mean, you look at a lot of, like with the women, if you're not blonde, what kind of booking do they get? Do they get a good booking? I mean, realistically, do they? And the men's side, you know, if you're not, I don't even know what to say on the men's side because, like,
They just don't book anything.
I guarantee, like, the black wrestlers and the Asian wrestlers definitely aren't getting pushed for anything. So I know where you're coming from. Do you think Charlie Caruso will ever be back on television? Do you think Vince McMahon will release her in a few weeks?
I don't think she's coming back to television. I've seen some stuff saying that she's not coming back, and they don't have any plans for her to come back. So yeah, I don't think she's coming back.
I wonder what like the whole deal was.
Well,
You know?
from what was said, she showed up late to.
Yeah, but I mean, there's probably a reason
segments.
behind it.
Well, I don't know.
You know?
But she showed up late to several segments with top superstars like Randy and Sheamus, and Vince got wind of this. He didn't like it. And she has been taken out of things since then, and they got that, like, British, Scottish, Irish, whatever he is, dude, to replace her on Raw.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
I don't either.
I guess you're right. The booking is awful on all sides, just so transparent. It is. I mean, I would agree with you on as far as like the black wrestlers in general. I mean, look at what they do with like Naomi. She's not pushed, but again, I think on the women's side, it's more about the blonde issue than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because you look at the blondes get pushed on the WWE or pushed for titles and stuff like that. Asuka's not being pushed, and she's the champion.
Yep.
And so then they can always say, well, look, we had Asuka be champion for 17 months. Well, okay, but you didn't do anything with her. Not everyone is the same, but I personally hate it when people don't mention my daughter so as not to upset me. I can't get any more upset than when we lost her. Mentioning her keeps her memory alive. Yes, definitely. Great show tonight, guys. Thanks, James. Some people against Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil hosting WrestleMania. What else can I do in careers? Well, I mean, obviously, I don't know. We'll see what happens with the whole thing. I think before...
What's going to happen with the whole thing is that it's not going to be good.
We'll see what happens.
No, it's stupid. Why are they giving him a platform? That's what I legitimately do not understand. Like, have you seen the things that he said?
Yeah, I saw the things he said.
Okay, then why is he on... Like, it's so...
Because he's had people like Booker T come out and back him up.
Okay, but that doesn't make up for the fact for everything that he said, and
Well, that's
the
what he
fact
said.
that a lot of people are really uncomfortable around him, and they don't want him around. So
Okay, I'm not saying that, but you know, obviously, when we sit here and we look at what was said, if you have someone coming to back him up that said if it wasn't for him, my career would have went down the crapper. And so people have to kind of take a look at both sides of the boat here.
That's fine. However, if people are
Talking about Hogan, yes,
with him around, and they are uncomfortable with the things that he has said, as they should be, then why? Why do we feel the need to do this?
How long do you hold someone out? Forever?
I don't know, but people have obviously not forgotten about what he said.
Well, they're never going to forget about what he said.
And people are obviously uncomfortable with it. So, I don't know.
So why don't we take what Booker T said about him? Why don't we say, okay, obviously there's more to this than everything that came out. I mean, if we're going to run on one side, you got to look at both sides of it and say, okay, yeah, he said some dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
but obviously there might be more to the story than just that, you know. I bet if Charlotte, I bet if Charlotte showed up late Monday, she'd had a match. The thing is, I think Charlotte's almost done. I'm not uncomfortable. I don't think Titus is mad about it. That's just it. I don't think that he's upset about it. Once a racist, always a racist. The thing is I think that.
But that's what I'm saying though, is that this is what people perceive him as, and the things that he has said, he can't take those back. So these people that are working with him always have that thought in the back of their mind, and it's not a good thing. And the general consensus from people who have like looked at stuff, like they're not happy to see him on television, and it's just they're uncomfortable with the idea of them doing the whole thing with him hosting Mania.
The issue I have with it is,
and then pairing him up with Titus O'Neil, and that's what has a lot of people has a lot of people uncomfortable, and they're like, I don't know what is WWE doing?
Well, the only issue I have with you know, some of the stuff he said is first off, you know, like I said, Booker T came out and said, you know what, if it wasn't for him, he backed me up. He was there for me. He helped me out. If it wasn't for him, I would never have made it in wrestling.
Which is cool.
Because they were ready to get rid of me, and it was Hogan that came forward and said, no, don't get rid of Harlem Heat.
That is cool.
Keep them around.
It is cool, and that's fine. However, I'm just saying, based on what I've seen, a lot of people are...
It's true, Booker T.
A lot of people are uncomfortable with him being there, and he has openly said, a lot of the younger guys, they just, they're really not, they don't seem to, like me. And I'm like, I'm not coming to take your spot, bro. And it's like, dude, that's not why they don't like you. There's other reasons why they don't like you. It's not because they think you're coming to, take their spot on television.
But at what point... The problem I have with this is there are black people that say the same thing, and people don't call them racist. Because they're black? Because I've heard it. You know, I worked at a school with them, and they were calling each other names. The names that they get mad at white guys for calling them. And I'm going, dude, if that was a white student that was calling you that, what would you say? You'd be all over it. You're racist.
I don't know. I just think the entire thing is not cool, and I don't necessarily think that Hogan should be on.
Which is fine. But at what point do you... I mean, this was done, you know, several years ago. So what point do you say, okay, do we hold someone out forever? Do you?
I don't know. I think it's a weird thing. I think putting him on the show in the way that they're trying to use him, I think it's not a good idea, and people are uncomfortable with the fact that they're doing it.
Okay.
And they don't want to see it, and they don't think it's a good thing. So, yeah,
Why wouldn't it be a good thing? You got the racist guy with the black guy sitting there doing WrestleMania together.
But I don't know.
I mean, where does he get a chance to change?
I'm not saying that he can't change or that he hasn't changed or anything, but what I'm saying is what he's done previously, and the fact that he has said these things, and a lot of people have a negative perception of him now because of that, and that has affected the way the people backstage that, you know, wrestlers and stuff see him. And they have openly talked about how they're not fans of him. So...
Again, at what point does it become, an everybody problem? Not just a white guy saying these words. You know? Because if it was just a white guy saying the words, I'd be okay. But it's not just a white guy that has said this. And I mean, you know, the stuff he said, like I said, I come from a school where I worked at a school with black kids, Native American kids, Hispanic, Asian kids. I mean, we had some kids that were pretty rough. And I had kids that would call, you know, kids from the same race calling each other the names that if it was a white guy saying it, they'd be going, "You're racist, man. What are you doing? Did you hear that?" You know? Caucasians are generally people of power who are marginalized, Mr. G. No, but the point I'm saying is if we're going to, when we sit here and we talk about this, right? I don't know how you can sit there and criticize one person for saying it if you're going, you don't say things in front of your kids you don't want them to say. And if you're going to have one group saying it, well, other people are going to look at that and go, "What? You don't like that word being used. So why are you using it?" You know? And I just don't get it. So, as long as the people that sit here and say stuff about him, if they're going to say that, he's racist and things like that, as long as they're following everything, the straight and narrow, and don't use those words ever, then I'm cool with people saying, okay, he's racist, he's this and that and everything else. But the problem is there's a lot of people that have said that he's racist, and there's a lot of those people that still use those words.
Mm-hmm. This was a tweet that that Titus O'Neil liked that I thought was really interesting that he did.
Turning into white-splaining territory. I'm not white-splaining. I'm telling you what I've heard. I mean, I don't know how you can sit here. I shouldn't be calling anybody a cracker because it's derogatory. I don't call people crackers. And so when we sit here, we talk about this. If you're going to walk the line, then walk the line. Don't choose and who you want to walk the line with. You cannot understand the issue of marginalized unless you were one. Well,
the tweet that Titus O'Neil liked was from another wrestler. This person said, saying Silverdome when you meant to say Superdome is a mistake. Using racist language, not a mistake. Using language that reflected his beliefs was not a mistake, just so we're clear. And that was after somebody was like, why, what's up with, Hulk Hogan, this, somebody was like, oh, Hulk Hogan, yay,
I 100% get that.
I thought that was
the problem
really
I have with it is if one group is
tweet.
going to say it and they're going to use the words, why wouldn't anybody go, well, apparently it's okay to use that because they use it in a derogatory way. I mean, I don't go, dude, nope. What?
I don't know.
Like, you don't say words in front of your kids you don't want them to say. Why? Because you don't want them to say it.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, still.
You don't watch certain shows with your kids because you don't want them to, go around talking about it and go, or, be scared from it, or whatever the case may be. So, when one side says it, then there's a problem there. Vince McMahon has used racial tropes and stereotypes in order to sell a story. He used a predominantly white audience until most recently. Cultured fan base, and we are beat into submission of seeing it normalizing racism. I 100% agree. I don't have any doubt that some of the stuff he's done has been a racist type of thing. I'm 100% on that. On board with that. Some of the stuff they have done has been stereotyping and things like that. The issue I have with it is when you see someone from that culture using those words in a derogatory way, and no one says anything about it. So if we're going to jump on somebody for saying it, then you should jump on everybody for saying it. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. He supported Trump as a bigot. This stream has become a teaching section. My head. Words have power. Represent the consistent beating down of racists who were made to feel less than with those words. The people who had the words used against them are taking the words back.
That's the.
And his wife is a terrorist abiding insurrectionist. I don't have any issue with it. It's just a matter of at what point in time do you go, okay, he was stupid, he said some dumb things,
but
he deserved a chance.
But the thing is, though, is like they can't like forget that he said those things because it's
I don't think you forget about him saying those things. The thing is you learn from them.
If he makes them uncomfortable, and people are not comfortable with him being around,
if we did that, there's people that would never have a job.
Okay, but
Are they supposed to just go, well, I'm done, I can't have a job because, I said something stupid?
I don't know. I think people are uncomfortable, and
Mr. G, I got a question.
From the
futuristic, I got an answer.
From the sound of it,
might not be what you want to hear, but I got an answer.
The looks of it and stuff, people are not comfortable with him being around based upon things that he said, and like I said, everybody now knows what he is. He's.
There is no point in time, Mr. G. Do you think there will be flashbacks for people in school being racist, or do you think they'll let it fly and pretend it never happened? It's a tough subject. I think that people probably, again, the issue I have with all of this is if it's negative, then it shouldn't be used. I think that if it's a negative connotation, it should never be used, ever. I don't care if it's a white guy using a derogatory remark towards a black guy using a derogatory remark towards another black guy. It shouldn't be used. This world is full of hatred. We all should love one another. Well, just take a look at social media. I mean, take a look at social media. What has happened with social media? Mm-hmm. People go stupid on social media. Not to point, Mr. G, did you read what I typed up there? The one with the words have power represent the consistent beating down of racists who were made to feel less than with those words. The people who had the words used against them are taking the words back. What words are they taking back?
I think that's I don't know. It's a tough thing, and I understand what you're saying with not using the words at all, but I get the whole taking the words back that were used against them. I get that point.
So they're taking them back and using them?
I don't know.
I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me. I don't like you calling me that name. Oh, well, he called me that, so I'm cool with that. I don't know. I agree. The reason why I asked, because I'm pretty sure schools taught us how things were back in the old days. The thing is like teaching, the teaching aspect of things. Look, we went off the show here. The teaching aspect of things, all because of Hulk Hogan. The teaching aspect of things, you have to be willing to go into some of those subjects. Because nobody learns if they don't go into some of those subjects and you talk about some of the things that were said and some of the things that were done. Because people aren't going to be educated that way. Hogan and his wife and kids haven't learned.
Well, because they've continuously done things over and over. And so it's been, shown. And that's why people are uncomfortable with it. And that's why people are not cool with the idea of what they're doing. So,
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just know that Linda said we are nappy-headed. Again, I think, what people say, people are dumb with some of the stuff they say. I think over time, though, if things, still here, but just listening. Jack dropped out. The son said he wanted to run over some black people.
That's the thing about it, though, is that he and his family, and they have said things over. They've said many things. It's not just one incident.
Okay, when was the last time he said something?
I don't know off the top of my
15
head.
years ago?
Okay?
10 years ago? 5 years
ago?
But there's no time with racism. The thing is at what point in time, if someone has changed, because there's people that have changed, There's people that have been in the KKK that have come out that are no longer in the KKK that are going, okay, you know, what I did then was stupid. I was dumb for doing that. I was totally, like...
But that doesn't make it go away, though.
It doesn't. So are we going to, like, hold it against these people when they're trying to change?
I'm not
why would anybody change and try and change if when they go to try to change, people just kind of,
I'm not saying that people
put them down.
Can't change, because people can, but that doesn't erase what they've done before. So people are always going to have that there in the back of their mind of what they did before, and some things you just can't forgive and forget.
Well, I guess. I mean, you know, and at some point, and then in that case, then we'll have a lot of people that just don't have jobs, a lot of people that are doing nothing, and not that we don't already have a lot of people that don't have jobs and things like that, you know? And I can understand some people being totally against it and totally upset with it, but at what point in time, if they've shown that they've changed, they've done some things that they've shown that they've changed, at what point in time do they get the opportunity to step up and try and show that they've changed?
There isn't that point in time, because you can show that you changed all that you want, but like I said, that mark is still there. You still said those things. You still did those things. That doesn't... You changing doesn't, like, take away from what you did. You know? Like, you can change and be cool and, like, okay, but that doesn't erase what happened. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Tony Khan and the family from AEW. Thank you, Maven. I hope everyone... hope this didn't turn you... I hope this didn't turn you against me, DTA podcast.
I'm the voice of reason sometimes.
Hope everyone had... Well, I you know, if I hadn't seen what is said, I mean, going to a school where I had all these kids, and again, these were rough kids. These weren't just your normal, like, show up at school kids. These were kids, and then seeing what they say to each other, and then turn around and have them say someone else is racist because they said something to them.
I get
like,
what you're
dude,
saying.
You just said it to that kid over there.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. However, I understand what everybody else is saying.
Hope everyone has an awesome Saturday. You too, James. Senator Robert Burrows and KKK renounced it and went on to be the longest-serving senator in U.S. history. Yes, the last 4 years have ruined this country even more so than it was. DTA Podcast, I 100% agree with you. I believe that there was a lot of stupid stuff done, a lot of stupid stuff said, a lot of stuff that was built up. I believe that how things were built up over the last 4 years has pushed this country to the brink of civil war. The thing is we have to talk about it if we want to educate people on it. And, you know, I understand where you're coming from, but I also understand that if we're gonna have this end, then you have to start giving people a chance. Because nobody is gonna want to change if they're not gonna get the chance. Nobody.
I understand that. I know. I get what you're saying. However, like I said, changing is cool, but it does not make up for some of the things that are done.
I will say that when I was 16, 17, 18, I was very racist for all the wrong reasons. My mother helped me change, and at 20, I had a mixed grandfather and loved her dearly.
Grandfather?
Girlfriend. Loved her dearly. I love all the people. Well, I saw GF. I was like grandfather, man. And then I got girlfriend. Don't make fun of me.
Sorry.
Enough becomes enough, Mr. G. How many chances does a racist get? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, racism, xenophobia is on the rise. Again, I think it's, you know, 100% agree. No, Mr. G, we're cool. Good. I'm glad. Just at a black gay man who loves watching and covers wrestling, you deal with that in here a lot. Hey, you know what? We welcome everybody.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you're a black gay man, white gay man, purple gay man, orange gay man, yellow gay man, yellow non-gay man, black non-gay man. Doesn't matter. We'll have you around. You can't hide from the past, but you can run. The past will stay. Our future days might change, but that doesn't mean that the things we say will go away. That was a little bum. And again, people always remember what you say. I think it's one of those things where you have to look and go, okay, at what point?
It's up to the people to
James is a touchy
forgive.
subject, but you know what?
However, I think some stuff you just can't gloss over and pretend didn't happen. You know? So it's I believe people can change, but it's not up to us to tell them when their anti-racism is over.
Yeah. It's a touchy subject, but I think it's something that needs to be talked about. Not necessarily here. It's just it just happened to turn out that we started talking about it here. You know? Mr. G is trying to say, albeit poorly, that everyone is welcome here.
Yes.
Well, I thought I know I left a lot of people out because I was talking about the orange people and the yellow people and the blue people and the green people and all the people and we have to have this conversation to change the wrestling culture for the better. Definitely. Orange people. Well, there was an orange president who started right on January 6th.
Orange people are cool minus Donald Trump.
Not all orange people are bad.
No.
You know,
No.
just because that orange dude was messed up
That's
doesn't mean.
That's what I said. Orange people are cool here, just as long as you're not Donald Trump. And then
When I was figuring, how would you all rate my poem? It was awesome. It was good, futuristic. I thought your poem was. Did you come up with that, futuristic?
Man. Dude, really, who is orange other than Donald J. Trump? I guess there's MJF. Oh man, yeah, man, MJF was so orange on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was so orange. It was so bad. Like legit. Man.
Racism comes in all forms. Yes, they do. I guess there's MJF. Yes. Yes, Lewis. Just not good at main events. Yes, there are still. They do still do main event. Just not very good. Yes, Mr. G. I created it. That was all me. That's a pretty good poem. Of the 45 POTUS, Trump is 60th. It's crazy, isn't it? Didn't copy no one. Cool. MJF's ears were like beyond orange tangerine. Yes, they weren't orange. They were tangerine. We welcome tangerine people too. The show main event. Yes, I believe
they still do it.
Yeah,
I think, but I think majority of it is just like highlights of Raw and Smackdown.
Yeah.
I think. Could be wrong.
Speaking of Smackdown, we'll get back to it, and then now that we've spent a lot of time doing this, we'll
go through the fast lane.
Finish talking about this real quick, and then we're going to give you our predictions for Fastlane now that we've wasted everybody's life and time.
Well, that's okay.
For instance, take the Donald Sterling incident years ago. He said to someone that they can bring anyone to the Clippers game except for Magic Johnson. Now look at him. He's banned from the NBA for life. Yes, he is. I might write that down and make that into a quote. You should, futuristic.
So we then have the main event, Edge versus J Uso, and this was good, I suppose. Edge won, and then Roman came out and speared him, and that was that. And then Daniel Bryan got beat up by Roman.
Yeah.
So that was cool, I guess.
Great ending to the show.
I don't know. It's just like the same old with the Edge stuff. I'm not necessarily looking forward to.
The A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Is he talking about you?
I don't know.
Because I'm not sure. I'm in, Maven. As long as it's not Trump. I like the main event. Yeah, it was. Well, it used to be good.
It was decent.
You know what I loved? I used to love Saturday night's main event.
I liked this main event.
I like this main event. Sorry. I thought I liked main event.
Edge. I think this was fine. I don't have many. I'm not a fan of this entire thing. I just don't like Roman.
Yeah, she doesn't like Roman.
I don't like Roman, and I'm not really looking forward to the entire Edge and Roman thing. Like, I'm not as into it as a lot of other people are.
Yeah. Cellophane flowers of yellow and green. I'm assuming he's talking about your eyes. I don't know. Maybe he's not.
It's probably a poem.
Who knows?
About poems. I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about. All right. You ready to get into Fastlane predictions?
Mm-hmm.
The girl with...
Holy cow, Mr.
The girl with colitis goes by Mish... What?
I don't know.
The girl with colitis goes by Mr. G.
I'm sorry. That just made me laugh. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, dang. That was funny.
Thank you all for announcing the women's main event on AEW. You bet, James. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. So I would say, like I said, it's probably one of the best matches
Kaleidoscope.
in the last year.
The kaleidoscope.
No, I was talking about the show main event, and then we switched.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Lewis, I was like lost.
Oh, man. That's hilarious.
But see, futuristic, I get lost even in our chat, so don't worry about being lost. And when you're doing a show, don't worry about getting lost. 'Cause I get lost all the time.
That was really funny.
Obviously, you are forgetting the stand-up comic routine about people messing up lyrics. Well, I mess up lyrics all the time.
That was funny.
Because I don't know them. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds by the Beatles. Gotcha. I know that song. Well, I don't know the words to it, but I know the song.
Clearly, he didn't know that song.
I know the song.
Oh, man. So, Fastlane.
I'm not good with songs.
Fastlane, everybody. This Sunday, Fastlane, a pay-per-view. My birthday. We will be here.
We will be here. You should be here. You can tell Maven happy birthday.
Along. It's going to be so exciting.
We will have Maven sitting here.
It's my birthday.
We'll probably have a little bit of cake here in front of you.
Probably.
And we'll be eating... What are we eating?
Sandwiches.
We're eating sandwiches.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Sandwiches. I'm really excited for it.
Oh, thought I messed up, even though they are my second favorite band ever. The Beatles? Yes, the Beatles are cool.
So, yeah, that's what we're doing this weekend. My birthday.
Yes.
Fastlane.
Rumor is Edge is going to help Daniel Bryan win the Universal title. Possibly. Mr. G's family are complete Beatles freaks. Yes, my family is. I have a lot in my family. A lot of people in my family are huge Beatles fans.
Oh, Jesus. Finally. The wait is finally over.
And he doesn't recognize the lyrics. Well, that's because my mom and dad were not like... I mean, they like the Beatles, but like my mom and dad were like more evils. Elvis. They were more evils than everybody else. They were more Elvis fans than... And my dad was just like into rock, like,
That's funny.
Your relatives are rolling in their graves, dude. I can't believe you. Yeah, well, it happens.
Actually, they don't have graves.
Well, my mom and dad don't, but...
No.
My uncle does. He was a huge Beatles fan.
Oh, well, that's nice.
What? They were not Elvis fans? Yeah, my mom is an Elvis fan. Or Evil's fan. She loved Evils.
The wait is finally over, guys. Rhea Ripley brings her brutality to the red brand this Monday on Raw. Oh,
since when was anyone into Elvis? Are you freaking kidding me? My mom was an Elvis fan. My mom liked the Beatles, but she was a huge Elvis fan.
I'm not an Elvis fan. I think Elvis sucks, but whatever.
Like her brothers were huge Beatles fans. Jack?
Submarine or whatever.
I don't think so.
There's a song.
All right, here we go. Our predictions.
Isn't there a song about a submarine?
Are you ready?
Isn't there a song about a submarine?
The Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all live in a yellow submarine.
Sure. So, guys, Fastlane. Shall we? We shall. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. I'm just so excited for this.
I'm gonna take Braun.
That silence. That pretty much summed it up. I am gonna take Shane because Braun's not winning because we're dragging this out to WrestleMania. Or no contest or DQ. Yeah, it's gonna. I'll take that DQ. It's gonna be a DQ, a disqualification, or no contest or something because they're dragging this out to WrestleMania.
Yeah, it could be.
So.
Braun versus Shane is canceled.
Not from what they said tonight. They said that's still happening.
Yep.
Who likes Nickelback? Definitely not me. I don't think Nickelback is that bad.
Yeah, Nickelback's okay.
I think they're
I like
pretty
some of those songs.
decent.
Mr. G's memory is obviously going the way of his hairline. You know what they say, the mind is the first to go. Actually, my hairline was the first to go. My mind's the second.
That's funny.
So there. It wasn't my mind first.
So, who are you taking?
Huh?
Who are you taking?
I said I'm taking Braun.
Oh, okay. Braun. I'm gonna go with no contest, disqualification, something like that.
All right.
There's not gonna be a winner
Okay.
because they're dragging it
Should I
out to
write this
Mania.
down so we can keep track?
Yeah, you should. Stop! You can't do that because now I'm gonna sing the song. Thanks.
Look
Thank
at
you.
this photograph.
Thank you.
What photograph?
It's a Nickelback song.
Oh.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
I take Braun.
Something.
You said no.
I said no contest.
Yeah. All right, here we are. Oops. Let's see.
Copyright strike. Yeah, that was that. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. Something. I think there's a line about something about eyes getting red, but that might be the next verse. Oh, are you writing everybody's down?
Maybe.
I thought you were just writing ours down.
I was going to, and then I thought, well.
Okay, well
Lewis says Shane.
the clicking of the keyboard is probably gonna be annoying.
It is.
So.
I should have never mentioned Nickelback.
No, you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But you did. That's okay.
Prediction will give me a whole. Yeah, it was just confusing. We didn't really predict that much. Or Seth Nakamura.
Man. I don't think you need to write everybody's down. You can just write ours down.
All right.
Okay. Because it's less clicking of the keyboard.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right.
All right. So I'm taking no contest. You're taking Braun.
Yeah.
Why? You're going to be wrong. Nakamura versus Rollins. Seth is winning. And Cesaro's going to attack him after.
Seth's winning?
Yeah.
You're
Seth.
taking Seth. I'm going to take
I'm taking
Shinsuke.
Seth.
Because Cesaro is going to help out Rollins.
No, they're fighting each other. Bro.
How about MGK? Can we talk about how good he is at being a butthole?
Okay, the way you read that comment was fantabulous. Oh man, that was hilarious.
Yeah. I typed via muted violin. Y'all got me wanting to bake an auger free cake now.
A sugar-free cake.
What's an auger free cake?
A sugar-free cake. Oh man, we're getting a cake.
Joey
and
is taking Nakamura-san.
We're getting a cake and we're getting this cookie thing. Like it's like a cookie cake, but it's like a giant chocolate chip cookie with frosting on it. I'm so excited. It's gonna be delicious.
Delicious.
I'm really excited for it. Anyways, yeah, Seth Rollins. We then have Alexa Bliss versus Randy.
It's typo, Mr. G. I know you would never make those. All the time.
I hate Auger.
Auger's not good.
Oh, man.
I don't put auger in anything ever. I tried it once and decided that I didn't want to auger in anything else. It was just bad. Hey there, Ivan. I just arrived. What happened on Smackdown? I did not get to see it.
Not much.
We'll give you a rundown in just a minute. We're actually talking about Fastlane and our predictions right now.
Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. This is gonna be a fun one, I think.
I'm going to take Alexa.
You just wrote that under my name.
Who are you taking?
I'm gonna take.
Wait a minute.
This is a tough one though because I feel like this could be another one where it sort of goes to like no contest because we get the Fiend who's coming back. However, it also could be that Alexa like resurrects the Fiend and then Alexa doesn't even fight.
This is
going to
be a cinematic match, I think.
I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
So I'll say Alexa, and then the Fiend's coming back. That's my prediction. Because they have 3 weeks to build to the Fiend and Randy for Mania, like the Fiend and Randy feuding. So I think that they bring him back this weekend, and then we go from there with the story.
Isn't that the same thing? Isn't what the same thing? What are we talking about here? I got the Marine, Randy Orton. He knows about fire and how to fight. The problem is, Ivan, he doesn't know how to fight the black goo that he keeps puking up. That's where he has his problem. People may hate me for this. I think it starts as Alexa versus Randy. Either the Fiend or Evil Randy show up and face Randy. Evil Randy?
Randy Orton fights himself?
I love how it says Evil Randy shows up and faces Randy. Or face Randy. Evil Randy show up and face Randy.
Yeah. I mean, I could, like...
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like, I could, like...
My comment didn't pop up on the chat on screen. Let me see what you said here. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, because sometimes YouTube is stupid.
Sometimes YouTube blocks.
I'll get it. It's on my side. I don't see it.
Yep, I don't see it either.
Didn't show up.
It didn't show up.
Darn,
Don't know why.
darn.
It happens. It happens sometimes.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun match.
Yes. Alexa wins. The Fiend returns. Yes. The Randy on the Tron from weeks ago, Mr. G. Gotcha. I know what you're talking about.
I think it would be
I
really
get
cool if they did sort of a cinematic
That'd be
thing
cool.
with like Randy fighting himself.
No, Fiend is a rumor. Let me go on Discord and say it. All right, go on Discord and say it.
We have Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Drew.
I'm gonna take Drew also.
Drew's winning because they're not gonna have him lose before fighting Lashley at Mania.
Brian Cage face turn on Dynamite? Possibly. Why are they
starting Zayn and Owens feud?
I'm glad you
again,
deciphered that.
I've had more.
I was trying to figure out what A-trading is.
Fair TV of them. I don't know. I like the idea of a Zayn and Owens feud, and they can do it like maybe properly. Probably not though. I think it'd be fun though.
Yeah, I think it would be a good one. I think Owens and Zayn would be a good one just because of the stuff that they can do on the mic,
the history,
and
I
stuff
think
they
it
can
all
do in the
works.
ring. I think it'd be a good one. Don't believe rumors, Ivan. I believe all the rumors I hear.
Because Mr. G is the one who starts them.
That's right. And so you should believe all the rumors I pass on.
Man, so Drew, yeah, Drew.
Okay.
Biggie versus Apollo Crews in an Intercontinental Championship match. I don't give a flying fig about this. However,
Should I write that down?
Sure.
Don't
give a flying fig about
this.
However, I am gonna say Biggie retains.
Misspelled big finger, small keyboard. I know the feeling, Raymond. I'm screwing up right now. I'm typing on a keyboard.
I'm gonna say Biggie retains.
I'm gonna say Biggie too.
So we then have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Sasha and Bianca. Okay, 2 of 2 things are gonna happen here. Nia and Shayna are splitting up. Bianca and Sasha are splitting up. That's all happening in this one thing. Or just Nia and Shayna and Bianca and Sasha work out with the titles for whatever stupid reason.
Drew wins. I like for hope for the Hurt Business to lose all of their titles. That is possible, Ivan. I think that's very possible.
So with that being said, I'm going to say Bianca and Sasha win the titles.
Okay, so Bianca, Sasha.
Because Nia and Shayna are splitting up.
I'm gonna say Nia and Shayna win.
I think they're gonna do something stupid.
Apollo to be the new IC champ? I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna do it. His Nigerian accent is gonna cost him. Mr. G, I believe my rumors like Hulk Hogan can go to AEW. What, Ivan? You gotta listen because you gotta listen to my rumors. Does Rhea Ripley show up at Fastlane, or do they save her for Mania?
Nope, they've already.
Raymond, it's already been announced she will be on Raw on Monday.
Yep, they told us that 2 minutes ago. Okay, probably like 5 minutes ago.
Hey there, Christopher and Volterra. How's it going? Hi. Smackdown was average a show tonight. I would 100% agree. I think it's probably a little below average. I almost joined Sunday's Thunderdome. Was so tempted after seeing the link 17 seconds after it was posted. Interesting. That would have been cool. Volterra.
So you're saying Nia and Shayna are going to retain?
Yes.
Why?
By the way, thanks for joining us.
Why?
You missed our deep conversation a little bit ago.
Why do you say Nia and Shayna?
Because I just think they will. I think that they're building this up like they're going to fall apart. I don't think they're going to fall apart right now. I think that because they're going to... I believe that Bianca and Sasha are going to feud, obviously, because they're going into Mania, but I don't think they're going to do anything with Nia and Shayna. I think that they're going to save that for Natalya and...
I think they're going to throw the tag team titles onto Sasha and Bianca just to make the feud a little bit more complicated. Just to make their match at WrestleMania just the slightest bit more over the top and unnecessary.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yes.
Because, we're here. We're already, let's just put the tag titles on them. Because, why not?
Well, I mean, it's possible. I don't know.
The entire thing is done.
Don't care for the women's tag title match. Anyway, Bianca, I think... whoa.
It moved.
Yeah. Bianca and Banks win.
Shania breaks up.
Biggie wins. I really like Roman's segment with Daniel Bryan. Wow, thanks. I didn't see the news on her. Thanks for the info. Raymond, that's why you come here, because we hand out all kinds of info.
Yeah, they just put it up on Twitter, just a couple minutes
ago. Some of it's good.
She's going to be on there.
Some of it's bad. With Banks and Belair wins, they should be champs and will be a tag team match. Possible. I play Wrestle Revolution. Is a good game. Lots of Wii superstars in it, like Hogan and Al Snow. As I told you what's going on with my friend, I invited him to come over to my place for New Year's Eve to watch wrestling and play video games, and he was going to originally, but now he doesn't. Well, Clark, you just got to keep, it's one of those things you got to keep trying to do the best you can. Like I said, I'm going to give him some space for the rest of the year. If that's what he wants, that's fine, but, just make sure you keep in touch with him. Sasha and Bianca wins the titles. BRB. We'll be here, Jack. We'll be here. Kind of like Bayley and Sasha when they had the belts and then split later. Yes, definitely, Raymond. I think that's kind of where we're headed with that. I think. Not sure, but I think that's probably where we're going to go. Yeah. It's one of it's weird. It's one of those things. I don't know, because I don't like exactly what they're doing. Just saw it futuristic. And then we end with our last match. We have Roman versus Daniel Bryan.
With Edge as a special guest enforcer.
Futuristic. I'm not reading it out loud in chat. I just would be shocked.
I am gonna say. I'm gonna pull a little wild card thing here. I'm gonna say Daniel Bryan wins. I'm most likely probably gonna be wrong. However, I'm going to say Daniel Bryan because I don't know. I feel like they've been very set on doing Roman versus Edge. Edge has been very set on wanting to fight Roman, but what if Edge is bamboozling all of us? And
see y'all Monday after Elevation, not Royal.
And
Raymond, we'll be here Sunday if you want to come join us Sunday.
And he really...
You can get our live reactions as Fastlane is going on.
And he really actually would much rather fight Daniel Bryan. So he's going to help him win.
Yeah. I could not see that happening.
Or I could see Uso, not Jay, Jimmy, coming back.
Okay.
I mean, Jay's already around, so Jay doesn't really need to come back.
Jay would have a tough time coming back since he's already back.
Jimmy, I could see Jimmy coming back, to or plot twist. Jimmy tries to help Brian, but ultimately fails.
What if so it says Roman with the help of one returning Uso and Jimmy Uso, and then DB gets added at Mania to make it a triple threat?
I could very much so see that happening.
What if they do this? So Edge interferes to help out, right? To take out Jay, and then Jimmy does show up to help Roman.
What? Say that again.
So Jay tries to interfere, and then Edge comes out and helps out.
Edge is already out there.
Well, he ends up stopping like the whole Jay thing, and then Jimmy comes out.
Jimmy comes out to help Roman.
Yeah.
Okay, sort of makes sense, I suppose. I don't like it, but it's still. I guess it makes more sense than whatever. Anyways.
Jimmy better go fast. Yes, that's a Jimmy John's joke. I'll be here Sunday, but was focused on elevating your show. What are you saying, Raymond?
Elevation. That's what he's saying.
I'm not sure what he's saying. We're doing the best we can with SmackDown. We can't help it, man. There's only so much we can work with. We're here to entertain, and we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah. How you doing, Little Fettuccine? Daniel Bryan wins the title with help from Edge. That'd be interesting. Hopefully they have something for Bayley next week. How was SmackDown? I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I didn't think it was great.
I mean, I would say just a little bit below average. Wasn't super great.
Mm-hmm.
Predictions. I'll run through this real quick because we just did our predictions. I'll run through it just for you, Little Fettuccine, so you can hear what we have to say. Everybody else, be patient because this is going to be fast. Braun versus Shane. Maven said no contest. I said Braun. Shinsuke versus Rollins. Maven said Seth. I said Shinsuke. Alexa versus Randy. We both said Alexa with something, some form of interference, all those fiends showing up or something. Drew versus Sheamus. We both picked Drew. Biggie versus Apollo. Maven said she doesn't give a flying fig about this. And then picked Biggie. I took Biggie also. Nia Jax and Shayna versus Bianca and Sasha. Maven took Bianca and Sasha. I took Nia and Shayna. Roman versus Daniel. Maven took Daniel. I took Roman.
The best part of SmackDown was when Shinsuke said, "Shut up," with his mouth guarded. It was fabulous. Man.
Elevating your show. Elevation was a punchline. I know, Raymond. I was like,
Mr.
just,
G
hit me right there.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to just elevate our show because it sucked.
Oh, man. Elevation was a horrific song by U2.
But U2's good.
U2.
Yeah.
They have some okay music. Does anybody remember when U2, they forced you to get that, album when you got, when Apple, updated this one thing? And, I have this one U2 album on my phone. I never listened to any of it because it was just, automatically downloaded. They forced everybody to get it. And I still have it. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it either.
Don't you have it on your phone?
Yeah, probably.
I have it on mine.
No, I think I took it off.
I have it on mine. Under, stuff.
What is Flying Fig? Nightbot, your thoughts? Oh, wait. You're not on my side.
Flying Fig.
You're sus, Nightbot.
That's what I say. A lot of people say other stuff. I don't. I say Flying Fig.
Publisher's Clearinghouse is a ripoff. Elevation is a Stephen King novella I just bought, actually.
That's
yes,
cool.
she did. She did. I remember seeing it.
That's cool.
And it's quite good.
This album.
You two are my favorite band.
This album. I had this on my phone.
Yo, yes. I think I took it off.
Why? I don't know.
I laughed when Nakamura said, Jay, if your cousin Roman Reigns is the big dog, that makes you his little puppy. Yes, that is pretty good. That's a pretty good line. No, I don't elevate Raw or WWE shows, only yours to 1,000 subscribers. Raymond, we're still a few short. We need 727.
6,000.
But we're getting close.
Close. We're close.
We did make a sale today. We sold a cup. Thanks to Lewis.
Ah, man.
And we sold, or we did get a
subscriber.
Where's it at?
What? It's right there.
Dr. Hire subscribed to our channel on Twitch, so we did get some some good things happen tonight.
We did.
To everybody, we appreciate it. We appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with us. We appreciate being here and talking wrestling and all odds and ends stuff, even if it's like a serious thing.
Absolutely. I laughed when Nakamura said to Jay, if your cousin Roman is a big dog, that makes you his little puppy. My favorite Stephen King book is 11/22/63. Wonder why.
JFK. Has something to do with JFK.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm joking around. I know Nightbot is just a bot. I'm just being silly against nightmares. No, futuristic Nightbot will be coming in your nightmares or your dreams and making them nightmares. What do you think about Peacock? It doesn't work for WWE's format. I think
that's something else we could talk about.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think they need to just looking at it, and I'm gonna give them time to change and make some changes and do some stuff like that. I think that they're gonna have to make some changes to make it work and make it look good.
I agree. I think the way they have it set up right now is so confusing, and when you look at it on a television, it's a bit easier to navigate. On a mobile device, I find it difficult to look at the WWE stuff because they don't have all the content on there. Like, if I go to it, they have like some of the WrestleManias, but they don't have all of them, or they have like some of the SummerSlams, but not all of them, and so they have them listed by seasons, not years. And with some of like the odds and ends pay-per-views, like King of the Ring or something like that, where they haven't done that every year, and so they have like they've only done it some years and stuff. Like, it's hard to navigate what it is because they're listed by seasons and not years.
Yeah.
So I have found it a little bit difficult to use on a mobile device. Television, it's a bit easier because you can see what you're looking at. Because it's like bigger, you know, they like show you like the cover of the pay-per-view, whereas on the phone they don't do that. So.
Yeah, I think they need some work. But again, I'm going to give them a chance to fix it and do those things. I got a flight from Boston with Stephen King. Did you talk to him, Jack? Or did you be on the same flight as him? Not Nightmare. He was never in my nightmares. Definitely didn't happen. Futuristic, he will be in your nightmares. That's what I'm saying. You have now irritated Nightbot, and now he's coming for you in your dreams. So when you come to our show next time, let us know if Nightbot came in and had a little chat with you. Y'all doing Fastlane live after? I missed it if you all said. Yes, we will be live. We will be here for Fastlane.
We'll be live during Fastlane.
Yes, we will be live during Fastlane. And so join us Sunday as we will be live right here on this channel. The Wrestle Story.
Watching Fastlane.
With Fastlane, yes.
That's what we're doing.
We will not have it on our screen because I'm not going to get a copyright strike again for doing that. No. But we will be talking about it and you'll get our reactions.
Oh, man.
For those of you in... wait. Mysterious Ways is probably my favorite YouTube song, followed super closely by Pride and Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. I drove by Stephen King's gated property once. You've got me beat, Jack. For those of you in the U.S. who's watching Talk Smack and Raw Talk, how are you guys going to watch it since they're now on Peacock? Well, we'll be watching Peacock.
Well, I never watched it.
Yeah, I never watched it either. Got to get up for work in 6 hours. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for the company. Hey, Lewis, thank you for sticking around. We appreciate it. Great having you in chat. Everyone that comes in, we appreciate you guys, especially when you contribute to chat. It helps us talk about things, even like I said, even if it's a delicate situation. But all of you guys are awesome, and everybody's welcome here. As Mrs. Gleen said earlier, we don't have any issues with anybody stopping in.
No.
If Nightbot's in my dreams tonight, then I'll let you know on Discord. All right, Snazzy, Futuristic, we will be here, and we want to know all the details about Nightbot coming to your dreams. 11/22/63 is the date JFK was shot. Sorry for spoilers. No chat. He was wrangling his Rand child. We were on the same plane from Phoenix to Kansas City with Jack Osborne a few years ago. That's our closest brush with fame, probably, unless you count me meeting Mario Lemieux. Some people probably don't know who Mario Lemieux is, if they're not hockey fans. But you should. Has anyone tried Fig Newtons? James, I have. They're delicious.
I like Fig
Newtons. Are good.
Fig Newtons are good. Strawberry Newtons or whatever. I don't know if that's what they call them, but they have other ones that are like Fig Newtons that have different fruit in them that it is not fig.
Yeah.
But they're good.
I also heard tickets aren't selling well. What do you expect if no one wants to travel? 100% of
I've heard that they are selling pretty well, and people were expecting them to sell out.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe
Peace out, Lewis.
Maybe that's changed since then, and they're not like close to being sold out. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But people are expecting both days to sell out.
Yeah. Flying Fig Newtons are Maven's favorite. Yes, they are. Jack, you read Dark Tower yet? I only saw the movie Dark Tower. See y'all Sunday, Maven. Just don't tell the other guy. Hee. Yes, she's not telling me anything, Raymond. We do not know that, or I don't know that you will see us later on Sunday. If you don't know number 66 well, then you're out of my will. Yes. With that, we are going to take off. We'll be back Sunday. Live reactions to what is taking place on Fastlane. It is Maven's birthday Sunday, so you can come tell her happy birthday.
Yeah, come here. Watch me eat cake.
Yeah, Stuck in a Moment you can't get out of. Is not only my fave
O-boat?
U2 song
O-boat.
and the American version.
What is
of
an
the video.
O-boat?
I don't know. I'm glad you read that. Version of the video I first saw on December 25th, 2006, and it helped me get into American football. Well, Jack, that's awesome. Not read Dark Tower. I'm scared of its length. Maven's birthday celebration. Yes, come join us on Sunday. Fastlane. Maven's birthday. Come and enjoy our company as we enjoy yours all the time. See y'all Sunday for Fastlane. Oh, almost forgot. Advance happy B-Day, Maven. Everybody out there, peace out, everybody. Have a good one.